Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says forces will, quote, take control of the whole of Gaza as they press on with a newly expanded ground offensive in both the north and the south under a plan dubbed Operation Gideon's Chariots. Mr Netanyahu says there is progress despite intense fighting, pledging that Israel, quote, will not give up. The Israeli leader speaking hours after overnight airstrikes killed at least 52 people across Gaza in areas including Khan Yunis, Jabalia and Nuseirat. The Israeli army is now urging people in Gaza to evacuate parts of the south immediately ahead of what it described as an unprecedented attack. The latest strikes followed Israel conceding that it would allow, quote, a basic amount of food into the strip. Mr Netanyahu said it was necessary to prevent famine for, quote, diplomatic reasons, warning that even Israel's friends would not tolerate, quote, images of mass starvation. And for more, Trent Murray joins us live from Tel Aviv. Trent, Israel says it is allowing some food into Gaza. How serious is this commitment to preventing a famine, given that the latest military offensive is going ahead as planned?
Well, so I think the commitment to allow aid into Gaza is certainly serious, based on the fact that they are making this a very public announcement. As you say, Benjamin Netanyahu himself acknowledging there, I think, that some of the pressure around this decision has come from allies, saying that the US and others just cannot be seeing images of hunger coming out from the Gaza Strip. And I think while the commitment may be serious, there are very real questions around just how fast they can roll this out, because we know there's roughly 2.2 million people living in Gaza, of which 25% of them are at risk of immediate starvation, according to the United Nations. So there is a real pressure here, I think, to ensure that this is rolled out fast. Just how much aid are we talking about and how quickly can it be distributed? And it, of course, comes against a backdrop of increased military operations within Gaza, which you would imagine will make it more difficult for that crucial food to get to the civilians that need it. In the past couple of hours, we've heard from the IDF Arabic spokesperson's office where they have warned tens of thousands of Gazans to begin evacuating immediately towards the coastline amid preparations for an unprecedented attack on Khan Yunis. Now, this is the second biggest city in Gaza, and it's a place where many had been sheltering. We are hearing reports already of increased operations on the ground, with more tanks and artillery and boots on the ground taking part in that operation. That is in addition to the airstrikes. The IDF is saying in the past 24 hours they've launched 160 attacks on different targets, including what they describe as command and control centres and anti-tank missile positions. So I think it is going to be a crucial couple of days right now ahead for this conflict in Gaza. As we know, there's been many warnings about the worsening humanitarian situation. Israel had been holding off against some of those warnings and criticisms since all the way back on March 2nd when they first implemented this blockade. But it appears what we've seen in the past day is that they've really just pushed this now to the brink in terms of the humanitarian situation. And so they have relinquished some of that pressure by allowing some basic food to get in. But I don't think UN agencies are hopeful that it will certainly be enough to deal with the emergency crisis. We know, of course, the longer term plan is to try and get American contractors in there to distribute the aid. They're aiming to do that by the end of the month.
Oh, thanks. Trent Murray, they're reporting live from Tel Aviv.